Hey everyone, today is the Gno.land Developer Weekly. It's the contributor edition and it's the 24th of April 2024. I will share my screen so we can all go through this, but we have some exciting news. Drum roll. The Faucet Hub is live. So this is obviously a core team thing, but I don't know, Milos, if you want to give a quick recap of getting feedback from the other node chains to see if they're interested in adding themselves to the hub.
Yeah, so this has been a project that's been on the back burner for a few months now, mostly because we couldn't really focus on it with other things happening. Currently, it's in staging, so we're still ironing out some UI things and just making sure that we got everything ready. Basically, what this is, it's a website where if you're running like a separate Gno chain for your app or whatever, you can and you have a faucet for it, you can list the faucet here. Currently, we only have the per loop faucet, but if I understand it, there are different Gno chains currently that are running for like Gno Swap, Flipando, Birdie, Territory, whatever. That they want to test it out, or this is just like a testing environment from their users, but their users need funds and they can run a faucet and put it up here. It's completely community based, so all you basically need to do is just open up the Faucet Hub repo. There's going to be a tutorial, and you just add your faucet information. It's like 4 pieces of information that we need, and it's auto rendered on the front end. So yeah, this is basically how it works. Yeah.
So I think we'll have the README instructions that we can add here, but is there interest from OnBlock, Territory, Birdie in adding to the hub?
Well, for us, the only chain that we're currently spinning up and using is the one that we're using for GNOSWap Beta, and it actually has faucet that's integrated into the dApp, so I think it's fine. And we'll also be migrating to Portal Loop pretty soon, so I think it's all good from our end.
Okay.
For Flipando, there is there is quite a bit of interest on this one. I already put it on the update, on my update later on. So
okay.
just a short mention that that would be important for us.
Okay, and maybe as we move through the updates, we can. Yeah.
Just curious about the motivation of this portal, because I was thinking if someone is interested in my chain, let's say, I will provide them the instructions to obtain the funds to use my chain, and why should I redirect those users to this portal? Could someone explain me there?
Oh, because you will need to be running a faucet yourself, and if you're running a faucet yourself, you can make your users basically do handcraft requests to your faucet. So do like a curl request or something like that. But if you want to build a front end, then that's like additional work. And if you don't want to do that, you can just list your faucet here on the hub. And this basically provides a front end for the faucet you're already running. It's just like a helper for you.
Thank you.
I think for us, for Birdie, it's maybe similar to OnBlock is the faucet functionality is already integrated into the app. I don't think that we would have a use case for people going to a separate site to move funds to some random account. The accounts are accessed through the app.
Okay. So if you are, I guess, if it does make sense and you are interested, just let us know and we'll add the README here. And
yeah. I mean, we're gonna add more networks. Like there's gonna be the Chess4 network in the future. Portal Loop is obviously gonna stay there. maybe we can add the staging network as well. I don't know if anybody uses that, but we can add that. So yeah. It's just like a one-stop shop. So you're not like going like, oh, what is the URL for X network, and then you got to go /faucet for Gno.web and trying to figure out how to do that. This is like a centralized place you can go and.
Okay. And it looks like Norman, you guys will kill your network and move to Portal Loop. So that would fall under the Portal Loop, I guess. All right. Well, then let's kick things off with contributor updates for us. Andrew, do you want to take it away with the on-block section of what you guys are doing?
Yeah, sure. You can keep the screen
Okay.
while I just kind of read through this. Okay.
No demos.
Yeah, no demo today. Yeah, so on the GNO core side, we're finalizing the std.emit work that our core developer Byungjin has been working on, and I think we've gotten quite a lot of reviews, which are really helpful. And I think there's only a few left that was just opened by I think it was, I forgot. I'm sorry, forgot. Somebody just literally opened it like an hour ago. Oh, it was Morgan. Yeah, I think Byungjin's working on fixing the reviews, and I think it's pretty much close to being finished. So it should be probably I'm guessing it'll be merged with before the next call. We'll see how it goes. And Adina version 1.10.0 was released, so you guys can all check it out. It has all these cool new features, also including the NF faucet feature, which uses the GNO faucet that was just shared. And we also uploaded the security evaluation report. Shout out to Christoph and Milos for the thorough review. And it's been publicly made available in the audits folder in our repo.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Yeah, you can find all the findings and how we resolved those issues. Yep.
Is this something you guys that we can share as well?
On social media, you mean, or
is it something you kind of want to keep?
Oh well, it's public, but we just decided to like kind of keep it quiet because this was kind of informal.
Mm.
So yep.
Okay.
Yep, but it's fine to share. You know, we just haven't made any public announcements, but it's just there for anyone to see. And we also kicked off the development of OnBlock API, which will provide permissionless access to GNO JSON RPC and TX indicer for official GNO testnets, including Portal Loop and Testnet 3. This will be really helpful for dApps who don't want to basically spin up their own TX indicer. And on for GNOSwap, we'll be working to improve the swap router and the pricing mechanism in the coming weeks. And as always, you can follow our full updates in the builder journey. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Okay. I don't know if there's any questions on the emit an event pull request from the team. I know it's long anticipated. If not, when?
When merge.
Soon trademark symbol.
Yeah, we're also on the DevX side looking forward to it.
We need to make like a good meme when we actually merge this. We have like a meme ready. I think it was like shared internally for in anticipation of the merge, but when we actually do merge it, I think we should make a meme about it too.
An event. Okay. If there's nothing else then there that we need to cover, Norman, do you want to give an update on territory and like the works aggregator that you guys are working on?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
I'm very tired, so I let Miguel, one of our new team members, explain everything.
Yeah, thank you everyone. So this is the first time I'm going to like talk here. I hope it will be enough with my English, but
It's very good.
so our main focus like right now is the words aggregator. So the idea will be to make like a whole profile page with all the works points we get from the works DAO. So the first peer you just open is like will allow us to try to index all those like each time we have a new version of the portal loop, all the transactions that were like from before versions will be in the Genesis state, so we cannot access them right now. So the if we are using an indexer, it won't be we won't be able to like restore the state. So we have that proposal like from Norman. Um, Also, if you get back, like we are currently working on like a package that will handle like the storage of all those works points. Is in another pair. You can go back, please. Is the next one. That one is in our repository. So right now is just like a bug. The idea will be like to prepare like simple functions to handle like all the worst points. Will be like a module package that will allow us to, for example, store all the worst points to get by day if necessary, and also like if we need like some sort of function, we will develop it, and then we are going to use it. Right now it's just a bug, and the final idea will be to like to have some sort of UI, something like GitHub that will allow us to show like what we did each day of the month, like on the image. So that's like our main focus. Our secondary focus will be like the onboarding, because we have some new members, me including it. So we are trying to look at pull requests. We were trying to comment on the pull requests that were important for us. For example, the STD image pull request is really important because we want to index that event. So yeah, that's pretty much. I don't know if you have some questions, but I'm very glad to meet you.
Thank you. Does anyone have questions for?
Maybe just before the questions, to explain a little bit more,
Mm.
there will be two ways to access the data from the aggregator. There will be one fully on-chain, but that will probably only support like 1 month. So the billing DAO or something can look at the work of this month to determine salary or rewards. And there will be another which will be more optimized to be on-chain, and there will be another one which has the full data via indexing to get like top contributors data over the year, 10 years, I don't know, but like index the data to do really nice queries and statistics and sorting and stuff like that.
Looks like Dragos, you want to?
My question is if these works points are somehow related to the actual points that may be using the Zentastic project package that I'm working on. So I had a conversation with Morgan on this, on some issue. I will link it. It is linked in my description. But if this is the case, if these are actual points that may be used in the tool for project management, my question is, can I just import a package and the package will expose some function that I will be able to call and get the points for a specific user address? Is this how it's working?
You need to query the points or provide points?
Query.
Query. We can query on chain, but we will keep a limited set of data. So if it's only for front end, you can query the indexed data. If it's for on-chain queries, it will be a limited subset. We can talk about having the full set, but I don't think it's I think it might bloat the chain unless you have needs for that.
Okay, that's enough. I will definitely follow up this work. I think it's very close related to the work I'm doing right now. Thank you.
Are there any other questions on the territory work for the works DAO or works aggregator? Sorry. Okay. If not, then Dragos, would you mind giving us some of the updates on Flipando and the work you're doing on Zentastic?
Yeah, so the main update about Flipando is related to infrastructure. I fixed a few issues that were raised, if I remember correctly, by Kirill. There's a public faucet right now that's set at faucet.flipando.xyz. I will list this very soon to the, this is the normal response. This is exactly what you should get.
This is the one that's added to the hub.
Yeah, I would like to add this to the hub. I will fix and slightly improve the multi-chain dashboard. If you go to Flipando XYZ right now, you will see that there are a few more types of data that are added. So as you can see, the only chain that Flipando is public is Gno, and there is a lot of work already done on Saga. The backend is deployed on Saga, but the UI is not. But this is just the dashboard. And there is another update related to yeah, I did moderate progress using Gno native. I had a few conversations with Bertie related to using Gno native for porting Flipando to mobile, basically making a native Flipando game that using Gno native. I had moderate progress with this. I played with an npm package, and I already started to refactoring mostly the UI components for React Native. If there is some roadblock, I will reach out to the guys and to the guys at Bertie, and I will get some feedback from them. As for Zentastic Core, I'm still waiting for some feedback. The repo link is over there. If anyone has some time to look over the code to understand what's happening there, or if there are questions, there's some public feedback, I would be happy to hear. For those who don't know what this project is, it's like a to-do server. It exposed the basic functionality of the assess, decide, do framework, and as a package, which also handle storage. And this package will be queried by all the other Zentastic projects, like the Node-chain project management, like a user project management, and so on. Moving forward to Zentastic project, this is the second milestone of the grant. There was a discussion. I opened an issue for proposed data structure. Thank you, Morgan. I don't think he's here for providing feedback. There was quite a long discussion about this. The issue is still open because I'm still working on Zentastic project, and the last comment also shows the way I'm doing the implementation of the interfaces, kind of asking for feedback if I'm doing okay. The closest thing that I know about interfaces in Gno is protocols in Objective-C or Swift, but it's not something that I'm using on a day-to-day basis, so that's why I'm still looking for feedback.
Yeah. Is it worth, Dragos, just giving a 2-minute overview of your proposed data structure in case?
There's
questions?
if you just look at them, there are like an actor, which is a member, like a contributor, a team, which can be a DAO, work hour, which has been converted into work duration. So it's based on how many actual duration, like hour, minutes, and so on. It's more granular. There is another one related to points. If you scroll up, Michelle, scroll down. Sorry, I always confuse. Yeah, that would be rewards points. which might be related to the works points that we're talking before, related to my question, and resources, which was just a generic data type, but I dropped this after the conversation with Morgan. Basically, these data types are specific only to Zentastic project and are going to be used only for the project that manages tests and project for the Gno chain.
Mm.
So this is like the basic the basic data structure plan that I have right now. And the last thing, if you can look, the actor was already done, and this is the link for the work duration implementation that I did. If anyone have a quick look at this and see if I'm doing something wrong with this, that would be great. If not, I will just move forward. So that's my update.
Looks like you had a few questions. Sorry if you got those answered already, or Gregos?
I don't have any question. Did you ask if I have any question?
Yeah, maybe someone wrote that in. The JSON formatting when calling a round function.
Yeah. Sorry. So this is the PR related to how we can automatically format output of a function in a realm in JSON. So the idea is to understand if we still need to do custom marshalling, or we just call this function and we have JSON by default. I don't know if
for now, yes, you still have to do that because the PR like is blocked. We need to
Okay.
implement like JSON marshalling in inside Amino first, and then we can move forward on merge SQL.
Okay, so we still need to do marshalling. That was my question. We still need to do.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's it. That's my update. Thank you for reminding me about the question, Michelle.
Actually, does anyone else have questions on this? I'm looking forward to this because I'm hoping that eventually it could maybe help us with some of the work Morgan and I have talked about Game of Realms and tracking like the duration of work, which he's referencing in this issue. So that'll be nice. Does anyone else have questions?
Not really a question, but we will look into it to try to merge our work or find the consensus.
Any other feedback or? Okay, if people could take a look and give feedback on that, that would be helpful. So, Birdie, there's been a new name change.
Yes, there has. We renamed Gno Social to DSocial, as in DAP. So that's the repo, same repo, new name. And we're renaming the app itself. And as we say next, Yuri is getting ready to push it onto test flight for the iOS and also for, I think it's called Play Store Connect for Android. Anyways, we're moving quickly to getting this app in your hands to play with. Right now, it is not connected to the companion Gnoki mobile, but it will. But right now, you just simply generate your key inside the app. No import export, since that will be handled by the secured Gnoki mobile app. And that's kind of why we'd love to participate in the faucet extravaganza, but right now for this app, you don't set up your key outside the app, you know, like on a command line says that you would need to feed your address to a faucet to get keys. It's all handled by the app. But Yuri, do you want to ask about this HTTPS endpoint? So as we're working on deploying this as an app, the mobile prefers to connect to external servers through HTTPS, one of which would be the blockchain endpoint. I mean, for me, this is a stupid question. Does the Gno.land endpoint support HTTPS connections?
Yes, but please don't use it.
Okay.
Okay.
The RPC server itself supports HTTPS out of the box, so you can specify your own cert file.
Yeah.
The more deeper question is why a blockchain node would actually need to do that, because you're never going to expose your node naked on the internet, right? So it's always going to be behind something like Nginx or traffic or whatever. So yeah,
that was the question. Like, if right now we make a direct TCP connection to the node, so if someone monitors my traffic, they would see who I'm connecting to.
Yeah. So the practice is always internally you started without HTTPS, and then you start something on top of the node to get the encryption.
Okay. Maybe this is really for Yuri. So Yuri, do you want to ask clarifying questions here?
We will do the plan to proceed with the plan to put something on front of the GNO, the server, and with HTTPS, and then proxy to the node. It worked for us.
Maybe we need a getting started guide with Nginx.
You saying we need a getting started guide with Nginx?
Yeah, I guess we do if it's not already there. Yeah, but we're basically designing our software to require that. Yeah.
Yeah, how do you spell engine and
Okay.
Nginx, 5 letters.
I'll do it. Nginx.
Okay.
It's a nerd fun name.
Yeah. Also, my dyslexia is kicking in.
Uh-oh. Yeah, this is a nightmare. This is like.
Okay.
Okay, moving along.
Okay.
So our big focus right now. Whoops. So right now we're using the blockchain to store the posts, and you can get a user's own posts easily from the blockchain, but the trick was a lot of processing was necessary for the so-called home feed, which includes my posts that I made plus people I'm following, possible moderation, and stuff like that. And we found it was too intensive to try to do that on chain. So we're setting up an indexer, which uses TX indexer. And then we have our own little Go program which running. And so since the mobile app talks to the blockchain through an RPC call using protobuf, we're also going to have it talk to this custom indexer through RPC with protobuf, which of course is trivial since we know all about that. That's how GNO Native Kit works. Thanks, Dragos. So the basic idea is the indexer simply creates a list of post IDs for a person's home feed. And then the mobile just fetches that paginating, right? Get me the first 10 posts of my home feed, next 10, next 10. And then the mobile turns around and talks to the blockchain itself to fetch the posts. So the posts, the ground truth stays in the blockchain. And we think that's going to work great. We're just about to give that a try. So right now we followed the data schema of our demo boards, where you have a board and then the board object keeps a list of messages for the board. In our case, it's not a board, it's a user. But so to get a post, you first need to get the board, and then that has an AVL tree where all the posts are indexed by post ID. But that works great when you're just interested in the interaction on that board. But of course, the idea of the home feed is that you're collating messages from everywhere. So an alternative, it's already the case that we set up dsocial so that the post IDs are globally unique. That really helped us with ordering these things. But it actually would be more elegant instead of storing the posts in an AVL tree on a per user basis. If we just had one giant AVL tree with all posts by all users by ID, and then it would be easy for the indexers to say, for this home feed under this configuration and this moderation, here's the order of posts. And then the mobile can just call this system-wide function, which is, get me, return to me the posts with these IDs. And of course, but that could end up being a gigantic AVL tree, right? It would be all posts from all users. So in the glorious future, thousands of posts from millions of users. And so we have been playing with the AVL tree to see how efficient it is. Up to, it seems like fetching a post by the key, which is the post ID, is pretty flat time. So that seems to be very efficient. And then I'm still testing, but of course, doing the insert, whoever adds their post to the blockchain, if it turns out that the first few users, when this gigantic AVL tree is small, spend less gas, but then when there are 3 million posts in the tree, and then I just want to add one post, but now I'm paying the gas to rebalance this tree to just add my one post, and we're still experimenting empirically to find out whether it seems to get more expensive and how much more expensive to add one entry to an AVL tree. But we just wanted to get feedback from you guys, because in the abstract, this is a great idea. Like, you have one gigantic NoSQL thing where it's a key value store and everything's there. But is this I want to hear if someone says this is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Maybe
has his
Dragos
hand.
wants to jump in.
Yes. Dragos?
Jay, go ahead. I can wait.
Oh, I don't have much to say. Just thinking, I think the worst case of an AVL tree is still log of n. Oh, they go log of n. So I might be wrong, but let's double check. If that's true, then at least it won't be ludicrously high. But yeah, it'll be hard to estimate the gas that you need to post potentially. But for most users, it should be okay. I guess, I don't know what to do about this besides helping them estimate the gas better.
Right. I mean, is the persistent storage on chain meant to handle a gigantic data structure like that, or does it prefer lots of more reasonably sized, smaller structures? Does it matter?
No, I think one giant AVL tree is good. That's the most efficient. Well, it's got the most inner nodes because it's a binary tree, but it should still be fine.
My approach to this would be to do some pre-data storage processing. So let's say you have like a unique ID that are bound to start with digits from 1 to 9, from 0 to 9, and letters from A to Z. Then you set up a bunch of AVL trees that will serve only for the IDs that start with 0, an AVL tree only for IDs that start with 1. And then you process in the beginning which kind of the ID you have. This may kind of keep the gas at least measurable, because you will split the storage among let's say 40 different AVL trees. In
Well,
terms of performance,
isn't that what a binary balanced AVL tree is supposed to already do for you? Well, in our case, the key is the same as in our demo boards. It's an integer that's converted to a string with 0 padding. So it's not like usernames or something. It's just integers. I understand what you're saying. I mean, there's always ways to optimize these things, but in a way, that's the purpose of the data structure, is to do that, right?
it also helps to isolate things like failures. If you have a failure in the AVL tree, all accounts are done. If you use this, like slicing up the data before, it's just like the principle. The implementation can take many forms, but the principle is when you have like big chunks of data, like try to find an algorithm to pre-slice it and containerize, make it in smaller containers. That will kind of help with resilience and so on and so forth. Just my 2 cents on this.
Yeah, that's a nice way of saying, which is if the AVL tree gets corrupted, maybe because of a bug, then we're screwed completely. I don't know if there's any feedback from, I think Morgan's here. He's the one who wrote the AVL tree implementation. Does it put the fear of the dark side in you, the thinking of just a gigantic AVL tree with everything is in there? I don't know if he's here. Well, let's move along. I think the thing we can do is try both, right? We're finishing the first implementation. Oh, Morgan is traveling. Thank you. And then we'll just try this again. The code is going to be more elegant, and we'll try to do some empirical testing with millions and millions of messages.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's just one thing. There's in the I don't even remember if it's true anymore with the Gno AVL tree, but there might be a cache parameter. How many? Actually, no, that's all gone. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, never mind. Thank you.
And we'll try to move along quickly here. So the next is a question from Remy. We're setting up these servers, and traditionally on our servers with all the services we have for Birdie and message rendezvous and all that stuff, we're using Docker. And so he's proposing here what a pull request would look like to update. You go ahead and click it.
Yeah, I was like, wait, am I opening a?
That's right. You
Yeah.
Scroll down more there. That's what the pull request would look like to update Docker to handle Gno dev. So what do you think? Is it worth moving ahead with this pull request?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
so.
Yeah, it's a Gillum question.
We're gonna rework this at a point, but for now it should be good.
Okay.
A Gillum question, but a team pain.
Yeah.
This Docker file.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Remy, we'll go ahead and thanks. Go ahead and make a PR for this and see what you guys think. And then the last is just could take 1 minute, but I just wanted to list in one place all the things that we're still doing to hack around as we do these things. Everybody knows about this. Everybody wants emit event to be finished. You already talked about that. The third item we already talked about is the JSON support directly. And then the second one is, I don't know what's happening with the second one. This is so that when we do a message run, which is a little bit of code, which is run by a user, and then you call a realm function, but then a assert origin call says, no way, man, you can't call me. I just want to keep the squeaky wheel gets the oil, right? So I just wanted to say this is something we would like. And You know, everybody knows that everybody wants everything, right? But we're just trying to be squeaky wheel. Then there is, I wanted to actually, I had a question about the first one, you know, for the emit event. When it says emit event to kind of send something to the outside world, but then later on in the same transaction, the transaction fails, will it still emit? Or does it wait until the transaction is successful before it does the emit? Or maybe I have a wrong way of thinking about this.
So you're asking whether or not transactions that fail, whether the events are saved.
Well, yeah, I mean, emit, we're going to be using to sort of, yeah. So
It should be saved, yeah.
it should be saved. So maybe this is, if you, Michelle, you go back, this is related to the last one, which is the TX indexer. We need to be able to detect and filter out failed transactions. So that's what this one is. So Milish knows about this, but I'm being the squeaky wheel. It'd be nice to have this because it really won't, what we're doing with the indexer really won't work right now unless we can ignore failed transactions, because right now they look the same, right? It looks like someone called a realm function, but the realm function failed, but we can't tell. So we're being squeaky about that.
Isn't it in the code? The code should have, if it's exceeded, it should be 0.
That's what that, it's just that transaction result just isn't exposed to the indexer. That's what that pull request is.
Okay.
Expose it, yeah. And then the second to last one is to do all this stress testing, we hack Gno.land so that it'll allow us to use a billion Gnot as the maximum, a billion micro Gnot as the maximum. It would be nice if there is an option if for anybody goofing around with large transactions with their local Gno.land. It'd be nice if there was an option to allow you to override the what is it, 10 million microgonot. And then the third to the last is that pull request is a pull request I made to demonstrate the problem, but I still have it. Every once in a while something fails and Gno.land just freezes up. And Morgan looked into this. I don't, and he has a lot of thoughts about it down below. And in fact, there was a comment at the end where they discussed it in one review meeting, which was a decision on what to do. I don't exactly understand it. I don't know if this needs to be turned into an issue to actually get attention. Because if this is actually to merge a integration test which demonstrates the error, but I don't think there is any issue or pull request related to actually implementing the solution that's highlighted there. So should I create an issue?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. So that'll keep getting attention. Okay, I'm sorry, it took more than a minute, but that's where we are.
Okay. Any question? I mean, that was a lot to cover, but any questions that I know we only have about 15 more minutes. If not, let's move on then to the VAR meta team, if that's okay.
Yep. Yeah. Today I want to do my new member who joined the Gno project, and we want to we focus on the contribute more about the function future on the Gno related with the game. Like the first thing we found is NFT. Right now it's not has more intention for support all the game or any NFT project. So we are making the PR, some PR for a more intention for the NFT standards. So we hope we can has a PR and you can review and give us some comment, and we can contribute more about the NFT future on the Gno. And Mr. Ding, you can introduce introduce yourself in the meeting, and yeah.
Yep, thanks for opening those. Are there any questions on these two pull requests from the team?
Oh, these
Nope.
are actually for they're nice PRs for test 4 actually. So we're gonna take a look at them soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be assigned to test 4. Okay, or maybe that's a close one. All right. And maybe the last 10 minutes, we have the Ruan student program going. I think 4 or 5 students are working with us. I don't know if Malek and Theo, you guys are on the call.
Yes.
Do you want to just quickly share with everyone your findings and a little bit what you're doing and what you're finding, and kind of like yeah. Feedback?
Hello everyone. It's the first time that I'm speaking. I
Welcome.
was supposed to speak the last week, but I wasn't. I was surprised to see that you were talking about what I did. It wasn't supposed to arrive as soon for me. So to talk quickly, the to-do list example, it began with a discussion with Manfred. So I told him about the idea. He told me to do it, and that's when I saw when we saw that UFMT wasn't working good with the multi-byte like Unicode characters. So it was the occasion to correct that. So I did a very simple first version of the to-do list, package and rim. The other thing is I thought about another project, another example, and it was the Gno.land. I call that the Gno.land. It's a crowdfunding example. So I have a very simple version working for the moment, but it's not finished. I'm trying to understand how in the front works. Leon asked me if I can do the front, so I'm trying to understand the GNU.js. GNU.js. Thanks, Christophe. I'm trying to understand the GNU.js and the TM2.js. I'm not very, I don't have big experience in the front with React and everything, so I'm trying to do the things correctly. And I'll keep you updated about that. And for our group, we discussed with Manfred the last week, and he suggests that we have to take a look at some missing packages that are not actually on GNU, that exists on Go but not on GNU, and to try to figure out what we can work on. So that's it. Thanks to Manfred for trusting us, for giving us this occasion to be part of such a big project in the beginning, and thanks to all the guys who's helping us, Milos, Leon, Guillem, and others. Thanks to everybody.
Yeah, and Malek, I was looking through the. We have simple analytics to track numbers of pages on Gno.land, and your to-do list realm had a lot of visits, I guess, from you, but it was like one of the top ranking pages. So
I'm
yeah.
happy with that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Theo, do you wanna, if you feel free to talk, just maybe share with us what you're doing, and if you have any questions, because we're happy to help.
Yeah. Hi everybody. So I'm happy to be able to talk with you. To continue my learning in Gno, I made a pull request for Memlon for create a Memlon test for the RIM. So just today I check. So I have a need to fix my bug for just one function, and after I will make a correction based on the command for Leon or Mirage. I wanted to create a library, but I just stopped developing a logistic system for the book because after I would like to create a UI user for use the library. So I just explained my vision with my friend, and after I realized it's not really stable for the blockchain. I think, and for the moment, after the brainstorming session with Mul, I want to start working on creating the UUID. Because I think it's a good package for the good idea for traceability for layer. I think so. I would like a feedback for the core team. It's a good idea or not for that, and yes.
Thanks. Does anyone have immediate feedback on this idea? If it makes sense for Theo?
I think, generally speaking, you can try to do this. This is pretty good. Morgan was also working on the sequential ID library. Maybe you can have some inspiration from there as well. But yeah, let's see what you build, and if you need any help, ping us.
Cool. Thanks, guys, for sharing and joining. I don't know, we have like 3 minutes left, so I will just ask if anyone else wants to jump in, ask a question, share an update. I always share this HackMD in our Signal group and on various Slack channels, but if I miss someone who joins this call, please let me know or just jump in now. No? Any other questions that we need to cover? If not, then we can wrap up for today. As usual, I'll post this on the GitHub meetings and upload the recording. And we can figure out our plan for next Wednesday, how to move forward with that. So if there's nothing else, thanks everyone for your time. See you or maybe not next week. See you soon.
Peace, guys.
Bye.
Good working with you, big brains.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.